What's up, friends? Welcome back to the number 2 podcast. I'm Glenn.
I'm Simi.
And this episode is going to be our 30th episode. It's our anniversary.
Dirty 30.
Anyway, okay.
I believe the children are our future. Quick question. So if there was someone who came to LA, and I know LA has changed and it's not like the Mecca how it used to be for, you know, the entertainment business, kind of still is, but not really, because you can go to a lot of places now to pursue a career in the arts, acting. What is some advice that you'd give maybe like our nieces, for instance, who grow up and then all of a sudden want to pursue coming out to LA, pursuing, say, maybe like acting or the arts?
What advice would I give them?
Yeah, if there's like any type of advice you'd give to like a young person like moving out here for the first time.
Don't do it.
How sad.
I mean, you don't have to live in LA to work in entertainment anymore. So,
yeah, it's definitely
like it's probably the least important part. You know, like you can build a bigger network out here, but otherwise, like the internet exists. So auditions are virtual. And LA, like as beautiful as California weather is not like an easy place to live unless you have a lot of money and then come out because it is built for you. But I don't know.
Money gives you everything.
I see people post like where I grew up. I see, like the theater and dance world where I grew up in Kansas. They post stuff. And really definitively, they'll give advice. And I remember when I was younger, I would get advice from people because I was asking, and people you thought were successful and may have been or may have not, it may be an illusion. That none of that really matters because like any business, it changes, so somebody can say, do this and your headshot's got to be like this and speak this way and go to this acting school. But it doesn't matter because you can post a bunch of TikToks now and become famous and then get opportunities just as much as somebody that went to the right drama school, that did all the right monologues, that got the right agent, like the advice doesn't matter. Like what matters is you show up and you like are authentic to yourself and you try, and like showing up means very different things. But like, I wish I had learned that lesson 20 years ago because I spent a long time asking people like, what's the advice? Like, what should I do? What about this? And like, it doesn't matter because they're going to give you the advice, what they think. But if you look at the people who actually have a paycheck, which is the goal, unfortunately, like nobody really wants to do it for money, but that's the goal. Find the people with actual paychecks and look at what they did. And it's not going to be the advice. Like, it won't be the advice. Like, it'll be like they showed up to a bunch of dance classes. They ended up meeting somebody. They got to go to a meeting. They were rejected for 5 years. And then all of a sudden somebody was like, oh, I know this person, like bring them in, and then they've been perfect the whole time, but they finally got the job that got them the name, that got them the career. It wasn't like format your resume this way. That's the reason you didn't get the job. What advice would you give a young person? I think we've done this on the pod before.
I don't think so.
We have. We've done advice for like, it was like one of our first 2 episodes. So this is good. We've come full circle.
I think I would just say, don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype.
Basically, I second everything you say. Like, don't take everything with a grain of salt. Take in, like, don't be gullible and just believe everything.
Don't be like listen, but don't be gullible.
Yeah, take in what you want to take from that, and then leave the rest by the wayside if it doesn't really speak to you. I think staying consistent. Consistency is key, and just trying, because there's a lot of people who are talented AF. But you could be so talented, but if you don't try, or if you're not consistent, it's just not going to work. I think we said this in the podcast before, like, don't be a tryhard, like don't network, actually build relationships with people, because people will see right through that. And if you come up to me or anyone else and you actually really want to get to know them, they feel that from you, rather than like, what can you do for me type stuff.
Yeah.
And once you can't do anything for me, like, I'm just kind of going to ghost you. And that sucks, So I would say just be authentic, build relationships, and don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype.
Oh, I think that there's like a lot of ego people have too of putting themselves out there, especially when it comes to acting or putting out content. Like, I'm sure a lot of people think that what we do is like super cringe, but okay. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because there's going to be a lot of those people in your life who don't care. And there's going to be a lot of people in your life and out of your life who actually care or are starting to care. And that's the audience you're speaking to. And you're not always going to speak to everyone. Not everyone's going to like you, but I like you.
Thank you. This has been Industry Advice by Glenn and Simi.
I think industry advice is super interesting just because there's a lot of stuff out there. If you're like, girl, it's not that serious. Like literally, it's not that serious. Just try.
Yeah.
They're like, you got to be like this. When you come into audition, you got to audition like this. And you got to make sure you wear this. And it's just like, shut the up. Like, shut the up. Like, no, you don't. You just got to be good. You have to be talented. You have to have charisma. Like, it's all relative because anyone and everyone's going to have an opinion of you. Good, some bad. You know, when you go into those auditions, you're just like, I'm going to do the best I can, leave it here, and then just literally leave it there. Don't even think about it because if you think about it, you're just going to be like, oh my God, I hope I did good. I hope they pick me, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, just leave it there. Pretend like you just aren't going to get it at all. And then once you do get it, you're going to be like, oh my God, I ain't got it.
Like, when am I getting paid? Net 60, net 90?
Just give me my money.
Like, oh, I won't get paid for a very long time. This is not worth it.
There's a lot of nets around here.
A lot of nets in this industry. Wow. Okay. Wow. The intensity.
So other than that,
this episode 30 is really random.
It's fun though.
We're giving you guys high highs and low lows.
Hey, we warned you. We told you to come, like, let us know what you want to hear.
We're not just bipolar, we're tripolar.
So what are some of funny things you did as a kid? Those are always fun. It's my favorite, actually.
I was really into stickers.
Oh gosh.
I loved stickers. I still love stickers to this day.
I feel like
No, I loved
You're
stickers.
still into stickers.
My dad worked for Hallmark Cards, which is, they make greeting cards, but now they mostly make Christmas movies. They make a lot of money off those Christmas movies.
Those Christmas movies are really good.
But my dad worked in, like, I don't know, IT for them or something. And we had access to the exclusive Hallmark Secret Company store, which was like, I think stuff that just nobody bought that they were selling. It is like a clearance store for employees only. And I would always get to go and buy stickers. And, it'd be like 4 pages of the same stickers. And there'd be like a theme, and then it'd be like wrapped in shrink wrap or whatever. And I had so many. There's no reason to have them because I had nothing to put the stickers on, but I had them.
Yeah.
And like since then, I've loved it. There's actually a store. I follow them on TikTok now in LA at the Grove. It's called Sticker Planet. And I've always wanted to go in, but I never have gone. Too scared. My passion will be reactivated.
You got to get your water bottle and you can put your stickers on there.
See, I've never been a water bottle or a laptop sticker person. Like in college, people are always putting stickers on their laptops. And I'm like, that's like a $2,000 thing.
I think it's for theft. So people don't steal it. And they're like, that's mine. You're like, actually, those are all my stickers. I can identify it. It's an identifier.
I never thought of that. There's no stickers on my electronics.
If you leave your water bottle at the gym, it's like nobody can really steal your bottle just because if they come with your water bottle at the gym, you're like, bro, that's actually mine.
That's smart. Yeah, I never thought of that. What about you?
In elementary school, we played Chinese jump rope.
It's like, what is that? When you have 2 jump ropes?
No, it's like, how do I explain this? So it's when 2 people have like an elastic, like rubber thing around their legs, and then you have to like jump in it. It's called Chinese jump rope.
There's 2 people with an elastic rubber thing between their legs.
Yeah, and you jump in, out, cross out, and out.
But the rubber thing is jump ropes.
How do I still know this? Yeah, well, it's not jump ropes. It's like you get rubber bands, right? And you like tie them all together really long, and then you connect it. So it's just like a band.
You're saying like a brown rubber band. You've somehow found 1,000 of them and tied them together?
Yes. And then one person puts it around them, and then the other person puts it around their legs. And then you start from the ankles and you jump in and then out with the legs, in and then out with both legs. Then you have to like cross the rubber band, then jump out of the rubber band, jump in and then jump out. And then once you pass that level, you have to go to the knees, bring the rubber band to the knees. Then you do the same thing. And then you bring it like to the butt and then to the waist and then all the way up to like, I think your neck or something.
No.
And then I don't know, you just compete with people of like doing the Chinese jump rope.
What's Chinese about it?
I don't know. There was this girl, I don't know if she was Chinese, but she was Asian, but she taught us all how to do it. And she was really good at it. But the longer we did it, we became as good as her. And we were competing against her, and we all got really, really good.
This coffee.
Am I boring you?
This coffee is like really affecting me, and the heat. It's so hot.
Anyway, sound off in the comments. Have you guys heard about Chinese jump rope, or is that what it's even called? That's what the girl called it, and that's what we called it in elementary school. And it was super fun, and I kind of want to play again now. I think we're going to start a league of a Chinese jump rope league. Who's in?
There is this creator on TikTok who has taken over the internet. Her name is Jules. She is a beauty influencer. And if you are not aware of this trend, you are living under a rock.
She's also an American Doll influencer.
American Girl Doll?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've always wanted to go to the American Girl Doll Cafe.
You guys could be best friends.
We could, but I feel like someone would call the authorities if we went in there.
That would not be demure.
That would not be demure. We'll have to do the virtual experience. My sisters had Samantha and I think Molly. I forget. I think there's a lot more now.
My sister had
Bianca.
my buddy and me.
I had my buddy. Anyway, so if you're not following this creator, do it. But they have gone viral saying that things are demure, like as an adjective. Cutesy.
I think everybody knows at this point.
But some people don't. So send them this TikTok because we've explained it. But it turns out that somebody went and trademarked Jules' catchphrase. So now there's going to be arbitration because obviously it's Jules.
I mean, I'm rooting for her and I believe she can come through. Like, I think she needs to get a new team though, if they haven't already hello.
Yeah.
Like a new lawyer.
It's always the team's fault.
I'm saying though, it's like this should have already been locked down. I'm rooting for her that she gets this figured out, but I think she will because I think there's different markets that this has to be trademarked in. So I hear.
Legal jargon.
Legal jargon
Incorporated.
So good luck, Jules. We believe in you.
Following the number 2 podcast, very mindful, very cutesy, mucho demure.
Demure.
Apple is having another one of their little events on Monday. They just announced today. I'm
always excited about those.
I'm not excited because it's always...
What is it for, though?
They haven't said. I think it says like something about glowing or something, the email. Like get luminous or something like weird like that. Is it iPads again? It's always iPads.
I hope not. I just bought one and it's still really nice.
There's always a new iPad. How many iPads can there be? So many. Do people still care about these Apple events? Like, why is it still a big deal? Because it's just they haven't come out with anything new. And we knew about the Vision Pro and that failed.
I want them to come out with a laptop that has a capture card with 8 outputs or inputs.
Maybe that's what they're announcing.
8 inputs. Wouldn't that be wild?
That's probably the announcement.
Like an 8-camera multicam.
And a way to burn a CD.
And it'd just be like fast AF.
And they're bringing back iTunes.
We're not going backwards.
So you can make a mix and burn it onto a CD. I think that's what they're announcing.
No.
I think that's what it's going to be. And I heard the iPod is actually coming back because they've been selling retro ones at Urban Outfitters.
I heard you can turn your iWatch into a iPod.
I think it's called an Apple Watch. You're not allowed to say I anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
I can say whatever I want.
Are you guys going to watch the Apple event? Do you care? Does anybody care about any of these events anymore? It feels like every company on earth is like
keep up anymore,
doing these events where it's like the big screen and like the executive speaking. It's like, we don't care. Like,
yeah.
Oh, a new thing that we can buy. Thank you. We'll see it on the aisles of Target. Like,
yeah, we don't care unless you're D23.
Even the Disney stuff, like, show me the money. They are closing the cable car at Disney. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
At California Adventure, they literally have nothing. Like this park has been open for 20 years and they haven't built anything good.
Are they replacing it with something?
No, it's like remember when so they built this theme park in California and then it was horrible and everybody hated it. So they redid it and made it look like classic, like 1920s California when Walt Disney came to California. And part of that is there used to be mass transit in California. So they had this really cool ride. It was a red cable car. And then over the years, like if there's a parade or like whatever's going on with their seasonal stuff, it's like a seasonal ride now, even though it's something cool. Versus like at Disneyland, you can ride the train, you can ride, like it's a part of the experience. And they announced because of the new Marvel stuff, it's like
nothing's replacing it.
No, they're just getting rid of it because where they store and maintain it is where they're building the new Marvel projector ride, which is probably going to be amazing, but it's sad.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll bring it back like in some form, but they basically announced that it's dead. So Disney fans, you need to get mad because because we have very few, like that's something fun you can do with your family, or like you can bring a kid on it and be like, this is how people used to get around before Big Auto ruined everything.
Don't they still in San Francisco, or did they get rid of them in San Francisco as well?
I don't know. I'm not from there. They don't have them here. If you look at pictures of LA, like Hollywood Boulevard and stuff from the 1920s, 30s, 40s, it has the cable car tracks up and down every major street. And you could like go downtown, you go to Hollywood, you could go to Santa Monica. And then because of cars.
No, they had that. And I think that's specifically from San Francisco.
Well, they probably had one of the first one. I mean,
But if in the comments, if they are still cable cars in Frisco.
I think there are.
Yeah, because I love those things in Frisco.
Well, it's gone. So Disney people get angry.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Another one bites the dust that everybody loved for something flashy, astronomical. Anyway, this has been the 30th episode of the Number 2 Pod. On the next episode coming up, you can look forward to topics such as fast food obsession.
Foot Finder.
We're going to talk about this new trend called exposure therapy, where you force yourself to do things like eat olives or lay out on the ground in public.
Exposure therapy is when you like sunbathe your butthole.
No.
It's not called exposure.
Rejection
therapy.
Brought to you by Foot Finder. My third topic for Monday is I am so tired all the time. So with that, thank you for listening, and we will see you on the next one.
Make sure you resubscribe and you comment, because we will be announcing the winner at the end of next episode, and the prize will be announced as well.
Terms and conditions do not apply. No lawyer has vetted this lottery in California.
Do apply.
Thank you for America.
Legal jargon, legal jargon.
Legal jargon, legal jargon, America.
Goodbye.
Felicidades.